Alrighty, it is time for another best of 2013 video. This time we are all about the lips. So I'm going to break it down and show you guys a favorite lipsticks, lip liners, lip glosses for the year, as well as show you guys some shades, you know, my best pink lip that I wore this year, or my favorite neutral go-to lip, just so you guys can get some actual shade recommendations in case you are looking for that perfect red lipstick and you're wondering what my favorite is. So let's move on and start with the very basic. I'm going to start with my favorite lip balm of the year, and that has been, if I can grab it here, this Carmex lip balm. This is the Moisture Plus one, and I have loved this throughout the year. This is about the third one I think I purchased through 2013, and you know, it just goes in my purse, and I absolutely love it. It has a great texture to it. It's very moisturizing, and it leaves a really nice shiny finish behind. So I find that it just adds that kind of glossy appearance to your lips. It makes your lips just look really sort of pretty and very kind of plumpy because it has that glossy appearance, and the moisture that this gives is insane. It's also really nice to pop on if you have a really drying lipstick, because that glossy finish just looks really nice over a matte or a really drying lipstick, or if your lipstick is starting to look kind of crepey and just not really nice. I like to just throw this over, and it helps to improve the appearance of it. So for my favorite lip balm this year, it has definitely been the Carmex Moisture Plus. For my favorite lip treatment, it is a combination of two products, the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. This has been my favorite lip exfoliator of the year. I used to make just like a simple sugar scrub myself, where I take some like sugar in the raw and then add some honey and some like little Vaseline lip balm type thing like this, and then I scrub that over my lips. And this is essentially the same thing. It's a sugar scrub. It comes in like a little tube that looks like a lipstick, which I think is so much more handy than having to dig your finger in a pot. It's so much better just to take this and run it through your lips. It's, like I said, a million times easier. It kind of has a vanilla-y sweet smell, and it really tastes good too. So I've been loving this lip exfoliator. And then whenever I exfoliate my lips right after, I will use the Vaseline Cocoa Butter Lip Therapy. It's just a little tiny cute pot of Vaseline here that has some cocoa butter in it. So it's really, really moisturizing, and this has just been my favorite lip treatment if my lips are feeling really, really gross and dry. Especially right now in the winter months, they have just been so dry and so chapped. I can, you know, exfoliate them, then apply this really sort of thick, heavy-duty moisturizing lip balm to them, and it just makes them feel really, really soft. So this has been my favorite lip treatment of the year. Let's move on to some actual color products. My favorite tinted lip balm of the year has been the Sugar Rose from Fresh Lip Treatment. I really, really, really like this stuff, mainly because I think the color is just so pretty. It's like this sort of cherry red, but it's different than most cherry reds. I find that some cherry reds just make your lips look worse. They just make it look more chapped or more dry or more red. This actually, the color of this is just so pretty. It's like so nice and so sheer. I'll do a swatch of it on the back of my hand for you guys. Right there. It's just, like I said, a hint of color. It's got a really nice thick consistency to it, so it definitely gives your lips a lot of moisture. And this is a product that if I don't feel like putting on a lip product, I will just pop this on, and it adds just that hint of red and that hint of sort of like a pinky tone to your lips, and a lot of shine and a lot of moisture, so your lips just look, you know, 10 times better than they would naturally. It is a little bit pricey. This here is just a mini kind of sample size. I know the full size reaches like that $20 mark, and they come in a really wide range of shades. They have like a neutral berry, they have a coral, they have tons of different shades, so if you're not into the red, you can choose one of those. My favorite lip liners for the year have been these Jordana Easy Liners. These are incredible, and they have just beat out any other lip liner that I have ever tried. They are so smooth and silky on the lips, and they just glide on with no effort. The two colors that I have are, let's see here, Cabernet and then Plush Plum. I picked these up more towards the fall time this year just because I was really wanting some deep shades, and I was blown away with the creaminess. This is the Plush Plum shade. It's actually just a really beautiful kind of red shade. It looks really nice under berry and sort of red lips. And I love how these are retractable. It just makes it really, really easy to use. You don't have to sharpen it or anything like that. And then this Cabernet shade is this beautiful, really, really deep burgundy. And like I said, the smoothness on these is just absolutely incredible. I think the format of them is super easy to use. They really wear a long time on the lips, and they just extend the wear of your lipstick as well. So I have really enjoyed these towards the tail end of the year, and they just beat out any other lip liner that I've tried, so these have been my favorite. My favorite lip stain of the year have been the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains. I really don't think that there's any other lip stain out there that, you know, quite compares to these. I think the price of these and just how well they do stain your lips, and just the moisturization level of them and the pigmentation, they're just so hard to beat. They're kind of a tinted lip balm stain hybrid. They just work so well, and my two favorite shades that I have are Honey and Crush, and Honey is kind of your, you know, basic, everyday, neutral kind of pink shade. Here's a swatch of that for you. This is one of my go-to lip products. If I really don't know what to wear, I'll put on, you know, this. And then Crush is just a stunning berry shade. They kind of have this sheerness to them, but you can definitely layer them and layer them and layer them to get your desired pigmentation, and they do leave a staining effect on the lips. So once they start to wear off, you still have that beautiful color left behind, and you can throw on some gloss or something to enhance the shine. And the moisturization, like I said, is insane. So really, really enjoy these, and I think that they are by far the best lip stains that have been around in 2013. Alright, best liquid lipstick. I have a drugstore and a high-end favorite. My drugstore favorite is the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquers, or the Apocalypse as they're called in the UK. These are awesome. The one shade that I have here is called Comet, and it's just sort of a neutral brownie kind of tone, since those tend to be one of my favorite lip colors next to reds. And I just love the formulation of these, and I've been wanting to pick up more and more of these throughout the year. This is a beautiful, like I said, kind of brownie nude shade, and I just love the way that these feel, and they wear forever, you guys. I wore this once when I went out to dinner, and I was so surprised how well they wore. I was with my boyfriend, I was like, oh my god, my lip color is still on. I was freaking out, and of course he didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I was like, I can't believe how well this works. I can't wait to tell all my subscribers about this, because it seriously wears so well, you guys. And the color section is really, really fun. They have some really bright, bold shades, and then they have some neutrals like this. So really this has just been a standout as far as liquid lipsticks go. And then my favorite from the high-end market has been the Bare Minerals Pretty Amazing liquid lipsticks. This one that I have here is in the shade Confidence. It's a beautiful kind of berry pink shade. There's a swatch of that next to the Rimmel one. You can see that both of these deliver a lot of shine. They're very thick in texture, and they're super pigmented and very creamy. Honestly, I think that the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquers do just you know, good of a job as the higher end ones do. I just wanted to give you a high-end alternative. And the Bare Minerals one has a better color selection, I think, if you want more neutral shades. They definitely have a lot more like lighter pinks and just sort of everyday wearable colors. So if you feel like the Show Off Lip Lacquers are a little bit too bold for you, I think you'll really like the Pretty Amazing liquid lipsticks from Bare Minerals. But they're basically the same thing. They really wear for a long time, and they look really nice on the lips. The best overall just plain lipstick formulation of the year for me has been the Maybelline Vivids. These came out, I think sometime this spring, maybe this last winter, somewhere around that time. These have just been absolutely incredible. I mean, for the price and the fact that they're drugstore, they are just insane. If you were to put this in a higher end packaging, I don't think you would complain or anything, because they are so saturated in color, and the feeling of them on the lips is amazing. Two shades that I have here are Orange Edge. This was definitely one of the ones I wore most this summer. I love this bright orange shade. Of course, like the name entails, they are very vivid. They are very neon. It's kind of weird swatching these colors, you know, here in the dead of winter and fall, because I haven't worn these in a while, because they are sort of, I think, more of your summery, springy type of lip products. And then this one here called Pink Pop, which I love this shade. This shade is so pretty. It's kind of your Barbie doll neon pink. These colors are just so fun, so unique for the drugstore. You know, many drugstore brands try to put out products for like the everyday woman, and this, if you're sort of a more bolder person, ooh, I just dropped one. But you know, if you're feeling a little bit bold, or if you just kind of like a brighter lip like some people do, these are amazing, and I'm pretty sure everybody and their dog has tried these, but if you haven't, you definitely need to get your hands on at least one shade. They have a beautiful red, they have pinks and berries and tons of different colors, and they are just amazing. And then my favorite high-end lipstick formulation are the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lipsticks. These are so creamy, and they just have almost like this gel-like texture to them. When they're on your lips, they just smooth over those lip lines and just sort of fill them in and make your lips look just plump and luscious and beautiful. And this shade here is in the shade Get Ready. This is a beautiful, neutral, sort of everyday type of a color. I swatched it just right below that beautiful neon orange there. But the shine factor on this is just insane. You almost don't need a gloss with it. And like I said, it almost has this gel-like texture to it where it just smooths over the lips, and it's so difficult for for me to describe because it's just unlike any other lipstick formulation I've tried. Like I said, just the smoothness and the silkiness and the color pigmentation on these is absolutely insane, and I think that it's definitely worth the splurge. And if you're just wanting to treat yourself with a little bit of something, the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie lipsticks are a wonderful way to do that, and they have been my favorite high-end lipstick formulation of this year. Moving on to my favorite lip gloss formulation, my favorite from the drugstore still remains pretty true to what my favorite has been for years, and it's the Revlon Super Lustrous lip glosses. I just can't find a drugstore formulated lip gloss that I like as much as these. These just have amazing pigmentation to them, and the feel on them on the lips is just incredible. They're not sticky, but they have enough thickness where they lay around for, you know, a good amount of time. This one here, they just swatch is Nude Luster. It's a beautiful kind of pinky, peachy nude shade. This one here is Coral Reef. This has been one of my favorite coral glosses of the year, and we'll get more into that later. It's just a beautiful, quite wearable coral. It looks kind of neon and bright in the tube, but when it goes on the lips, it really like mingles with your natural lip color to create just a beautiful wearable coral shade. So absolutely love these. I have tons of different shades, and I would really recommend these to you guys if you haven't already tried. And then my favorite high-end lip gloss has been the Urban Decay Lip Junkies. I love these because they're conditioning to the lips, they're plumping, they have a minty scent to them, which I love anything that's minty. If a lip product has a minty scent or a taste, I will love it just that much more. And this one here is in the shade Peroxide, sort of like one of those milky pinks, kind of reminds me of NARS Turkish Delight. You can really just throw it over anything. If I put it on the back of my hand there by that coral shade, it pretty much looks clear. It just sort of gives a light pink tint, and I love these. The shade called Naked has been in my purse all year. I love this, and it's just a go-to throw-on lip shade, which again I will get onto later. But I love these. Ugh. The scent of them is just so nice, and the formulation of them is awesome. They feel really nice and conditioning on the lips, and they last for a really long time too. Alright, so now that we got sort of like the favorite general products out of the way, we're going to move on to shade colors. I'm going to start with my go-to neutral everyday lip combination of the year, and that has been Maybelline's Mocha Mousse Color Whisper. This is a beautiful everyday kind of mauve-y, pinky, nudie shade. Have it swatched right there. It really looks quite boring. I mean, it doesn't really look like anything special. Like I said earlier with that Coral Reef shade from Revlon, it just, this product here just mingles with your natural lip color to create this beautiful, everyday, very wearable kind of a lipstick. And my favorite sort of go-to gloss for just a neutral everyday look, like I said, has been the Urban Decay Naked Lip Gloss Junkie. I love this color again, you guys. It's just a beautiful, kind of a rosy, neutral. I have it swatched right next to that Color Whisper right there. It's just so stunning, and it sort of has this slight metallicness to it almost. It doesn't really have any shimmer, but it just has this sheeny, beautiful finish to it, and it looks gorgeous on the lips, and it's definitely just a good go-to everyday type of a lip. And I really, really like these, particularly when I'm using them together, and by themselves they look great. So for great neutral everyday lip this year, it's been the Maybelline Mocha Mousse and then Urban Decay's Naked. Let's move on to a pink lip. This was kind of hard for me to pick because I really don't wear pink lipsticks all that much. I really do wear pink lip glosses, but lipsticks are something that I tend to like more if they're kind of like a mauve-y type of a tone, but this pink lipstick just blew my mind, and I raved about it for, you know, like the first few months that I had it. And it's Maybelline's Lust for Blush. Again, this is another Color Whisper. I love the Color Whispers. Honestly, I feel like this is kind of a category in itself, kind of like those Revlon Lip Butter Color Whisper kind of products where they're sort of like a step up from a tinted lip balm. Just like that lipstick lip gloss hybrid. My favorite for the year by far have been the Maybelline Color Whispers. I love these things. So there's another category that I just randomly added. But there is Lust for Blush, and you can see it right next to Mocha Mousse. Mocha Mousse definitely looks a lot more neutral, a lot more nudie now. Lust for Blush is just a beautiful, beautiful pink shade, and I just usually can't pull off pink lipsticks that well, but that color, for some reason, it just looks really, really nice on me. So I've loved it this year. And then for my favorite pink lip gloss, this probably isn't too big of a surprise either because I raved about this forever as well. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Vanilla Cream Pie. This has been another amazing lip gloss formulation of the year. I love these. They smell like dessert. They just smell absolutely amazing, and this color is the most beautiful, like everyday kind of pink shade. There it is next to the Luster Blush. It's just a stunning, stunning pink shade. Really just looks nice and feminine and girly and just beautiful on the lips. Let's move on to my favorite berry lipstick, especially appropriate for this time of the year. We'll start with the lipstick. This is the CoverGirl Lip Perfection lipstick in the shade Smitten. This is a beautiful sort of plummy berry shade. It's just gorgeous. I mean, again, like I've said with everything, I'm like running out of adjectives here because I've been using so many throughout this video. But it's just a really, really stunning berry shade. It has a nice amount of shine. The formulation of these kind of remind me a lot of the Marvelous Moxie lipsticks. So if you kind of are interested in what I was talking about, but you don't want to pay the money for the Marvelous Moxie, definitely try the CoverGirl Lip Perfections. They are quite similar. And then for a great berry gloss, I've been loving the Stila Lip Glaze in the shade Majesty. And this is kind of like more of a sheer berry. Try to give you guys a swatch of this. There it is right next to that CoverGirl lipstick, as I have tons of lip swatches going on. But like I said, it's kind of more of a sheer berry, kind of leans a little bit on the raspberry, cranberry side of things. It's just really, really pretty, and it pairs well with every single berry lipstick that I have. I can pop this on top, and it just enhances the berry color, and it looks stunning. So really, really have been liking this for a berry gloss this year. Move on to a coral now. My favorite lipstick has been the Revlon Color Burst lipstick in the shade Peach, and this is just a very natural corally peachy kind of a color. There it is right there. I just love the way this looks. It's just so warm and pretty, and I really got a lot of use out of this summer. And then for a Color Gloss, it is a total tie between the Revlon Color Reef, which I showed you guys earlier, and then the L'Oreal Infallible lip gloss in the shade Coral Sands. I love the formulation of this lip gloss. It seriously has just been a great year for drugstore lip glosses, I feel, and it's really hard for me to pick between like this and the NYX and the Revlon Super Lustrous, but this is sort of like a nudie coral. It's very hard to describe because it is coral, but it definitely has a bit of a nude to it too. So it's not like you're really, really bright, super poppy coral. It's just sort of like your natural, everyday, warm, nudie kind of coral. So definitely between these two, it's just a total tie. I can't pick, and I love them both. And then last but not least, by far, my favorite red combination, or my favorite red lipstick and lip gloss of this year, have been the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in the shade Red Velvet. Oh, I love this lipstick, and out of all the reds that I tried throughout this year, this just stands tried and true. I'm wearing it right now. It's a beautiful blue-toned kind of brick red, lots and lots of pigmentation. I mean, you could definitely build this baby up to be like full-on color like I just did, and the finish is just beautiful. It just glides over the lips and creates such a pretty, pretty red effect. And then for a lip gloss that I like to pair over this, or just really over any red, this is the Sally Hansen Ultra Soothing Lip Tint in the shade Raspberry. Again, it's a very, very sheer red, because honestly, I don't tend to wear red lip gloss that much. If I do a red lip, I tend to just like the lipstick because I like more of a matte finish because it wears a lot better and the maintenance of it just isn't as much. But if my lips are feeling kind of dry, or if I do want a slight kind of tint of red, I will put this on. I have it right above that red lipstick there, and you can see again it's barely noticeable. So I mean, it barely classifies as a red lip gloss because you definitely don't get this kind of a color on your lips. You get a very natural clear gloss with like a hint of red. But I love the formulation of the gloss. It is very, very hydrating, so if I'm wearing a matte red lipstick and I feel like it's just drying out my lips, I can pop this on top. It doesn't mess with the color a whole lot because it does have that sort of a red tint to it. It just looks really pretty. I mean, like I said, I don't really have a great product for that category just because I'm not a red lip gloss junkie. I tend to more prefer just my red lipsticks, but that's been a really good combination this year, and I've been enjoying both of those products just as red lip products. Alright guys, and that is it. This has been my favorite lip products for 2013. I hope you guys found some awesome recommendations here and are maybe wanting to try out some of these products. These are really just the lip products that have stood out to me most this year, and I've been absolutely loving these. So I will see you guys in my next Best in Beauty 2013, favorite products of 2013, whatever I'm deciding to call these. Next will just be like my hair, my skincare, nails, etc. type of video. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.